Hey, 30-06 John here, and today what we're going to be doing is reloading 38 Special, but we're going to be using 9mm bullets. And why do I want to do that? Well, it seems like in my search for reloading components, I have been able to find very few actual 38 .357 caliber reloading bullets. But I have been finding a lot of 9mm bullets, and as you could look at the box here, these are sized to point. Let me bring the box closer here. These are sized to .356, which is a standard 9mm diameter, and these bullets here are sized to .357, which is the standard 38 .357 Magnum diameter. It's only 1/1000th of an inch, and as reloaders, there's certainly we could adjust our loading process so to make do with the components that we have. So let's get started and see what we could do. Also, if you like this type of content in this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Well, for reloading today, I have two different 9mm bullet weights. These are both Berry's copper-plated lead bullets. These are 9mm 147 grain round nose. Then also I have these Berry's 124 grain round nose copper-plated lead. I've used these bullets before in 9mm. They work pretty good, but in today's experiment we'll be using them in 38 Special. Common thought would be that they would be a little bit less accurate because of their size a little bit too small, but let's see how it works out. For components today, we're going to be using CCI small pistol primers. We're going to be using Alliant Unique powder. Just so everyone knows, this is the new Unique powder. They changed the formulation here maybe, I don't know, 8-10 years ago. For brass, I'm going to be using just a bunch of brass I've collected over the years. It's nothing special, just range pickup brass. Our load we're going to be using is not going to be a high-end load. It's just going to be a mid-range target load. Let's see, for load data, I'm going to be using the Hornady 10th edition manual. I'm going to be using the 38 Special 125 grain bullet, which is very similar to the 124 grain 9mm bullet. I'm using Unique powder, so 5.8 grains is the maximum load for a plus P load. I'm not doing that. I'm just making a range load, so I'm going to be using, I'll use 5.4 grains of Unique. That's just below a plus P load. For the 147 grain 9mm bullet, it's a little bit trickier. They don't really have a bullet weight. They have 140 grain bullet. The max load with Unique is 5.8 grains. Then the 158 grain bullet, the maximum load with Unique is 5.1 grains. So if I stay sort of between there, I should be okay. I think I'll use 4.6 grains. That's just below a plus P load for a 158 grain. And for the 140 grain load, that's sort of a mild load, but that's fine. This is just an experiment where we're just making range ammo. So let's get started. Okay, for reloading today, I'm using the my Lee turret press. The The dies are Lee dies. Yeah, you just grab a 38 special brass, resize it, put a primer in it, make sure it's seated just below flush. Goes to the next stage, the flaring and powder stage. You have to make sure there's a small flare on the case once you get your die set up correctly. Now let's put some powder in. All right, let's weigh some powder. Of course, I'm using the Versatile Excellent Unique. A lot of people don't like it, but I sort of like it. Let's give it, we're looking for 4.6 grains. .4, just a little bit more. .6. Charge weight looks good. Stump it into the top of the funnel here. I'm using a powder through flaring die. Run it back down. Let's take a look at it here. Let's see, I think you can see powder in there. Sort of tough, but I see powder there. Gotta be careful with this load here. You could double charge it, so you want to make sure that you don't put too much powder in. Move to the next position. This is the bullet seating position. Let's seat a bullet. For 4.6 grains of Unique, we're using the Berry's 147 grain 9mm bullet. I've already set up this die. We're looking for a cartridge overall length of 1.45 inches. Okay, let's measure that with a micrometer. Yep, looks right on the money, 1.45. Move to the next stage, just the crimping. You might want to add a little bit more crimp on this. This is a Lee factory crimp die. Since this bullet is just a little bit smaller, but if you look right here, you can tell that there's a slight crimp there. The issue with these bullets is that 9mm bullets don't have a crimp groove like 38 .357 caliber bullets. So when you crimp them, you have to crimp right into the copper. You don't need a super firm crimp. Of course, 9mm, they use a taper crimp. But you do want to crimp into there, and it should hold the bullet properly. That looks okay. Well, let's get some more of these done. All right, for pistols today at the range, I'm going to be using this Ruger SP101. I've had this pistol for quite a few years. It is all stainless steel, 5-shot. It is rated for .357 Magnum. They do have versions that are 38 special only. This one is full .357 Magnum. Been a good gun. I've carried it for a little bit, but that's what I'm taking to the range today. Hey, I'm back from the range. Had pretty good results, so let's review them quickly. I did have some 38 special, Blazer 38 special ammunition. I I fired that as a control round. This is a 5-shot group. This was at 7 yards. Shot about a 2 1/4 inch group. The 38 Special with a 147 grain 9mm bullet with 4.6 grains of unique shot a very nice tight group. That's just about a 1-inch group at 7 yards. The 38 Special with a 124 grain 9mm bullet didn't do quite as good. That's probably a 2-inch. That's probably a 2-inch group. I probably pulled this one here at the 38 Special one, but as you can see, using 9mm bullets in a 38 Special seems to work pretty good. So if you're ever reloading and you're caught short, you can certainly use your 9mm bullets to make some range ammo for 38 Special. That's all I have. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a nice day.